The road to the automatic qualifier begins today. It is day one of the 2024 Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference Softball Tournament here at Bedrosian Stadium at Aurora University's Spartan Athletic Park. 10 or 11, if necessary, games on the agenda here over the next 4 days. The first 4 games are single elimination. They'll include all of the lowest 6 seeds at least once, and it starts with a contest between the 8th-seeded Eagles of Edgewood College and the 5th-seeded Eagles of Benedictine University. We're glad you're here on this Thursday. We had a ton of rain in the morning. It cleared out about an hour ago, and we are set to start on time. Benedictine, 24-16 on the season. They finished 5th in the conference at 14-10. That included dropping 3 of their last 4, which included being swept by Aurora right here at Bedrosian Stadium on Monday. Benedictine is right up there with Aurora among the teams that have been here the most. It is their 16th appearance in the conference tournament. They've won it 7 times, but not since 2018, the last of 7 that they won in a stretch of 8 years. And after being voted to finish 5th in the NACC preseason poll, they finished 5th in the regular season, and now we'll have the last at-bat against Edgewood, who finished the year at even 500, 20-20, just a game below in the conference at 11-13. And it's a welcome back to today's quote-unquote visitors. First time in the conference tournament since 2015, their 4th time overall. They reached the very first final. Dropped that to Aurora. Haven't been back since and are seeking their first trip to the NCAA tournament. Edgewood voted to finish 7th in the preseason poll. Dropped a spot, but found their way into the field all the same, and they will try to be the ones to move on to face Aurora, the 4th seed in the 4 o'clock contest, which will also be an elimination game. Lineup cards are being exchanged, so let's bring you the starters. First for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Eagles of Edgewood College. It'll be the designated player, Natalie Fields, leading off, followed by the right fielder, Elizabeth Malarski. The catcher, Olivia Hebert, bats 3rd, and Grace Ott is at first base. She's the cleanup batter today. Batting 5th, playing center field, Gracie Halfman. It's the 3rd baseman, Elise Maurer, batting 6th. Jenna Sanchez will hit 7th. She'll play second base. Camden Shepard is the Edgewood shortstop, batting 8th. And it's Carly Odieski in left field and rounding out the order for Edgewood. Fields, Malarski, Hebert, Ott, Halfman, Maurer, Sanchez, Shepard, and Odieski the lineup for Edgewood. They will send the senior left-hander Grace Pustina to the circle. It'll be her 16th start in 83 innings. She struck out 27 and pitched to a 3.80 ERA. She is 5-7 on the season, and opponents are batting .301 against her. Allie Taylor at the helm of Edgewood. It is her 5th season, and again, first time in the NACC tournament. It is the legendary Kate Heidkamp leading Benedictine. Her name is already on the field Benedictine plays at. She is looking to go to the NCAA tournament for the 10th time. The former 4-time All-American pitcher at Benedictine has done some terrific things with this program, and especially come the postseason. She'll send the junior left-hander from Rochelle, Bella Lodico, to the circle. It'll be her 21st start and 29th appearance overall. Lodico is 15-8 with a .226 earned run average in 130 1/3 innings. She struck out 91. That puts her second best in the conference in Ks, and opponents are batting .265 against her. The lineup is the catcher, Morgan Bruno, leading off. First baseman, Taylor Openheis, bats 2nd, and it's Haley Barnes, the 3rd baseman, in the 3rd batting spot. Middle of the order is the right fielder, Victoria Dusinski, as the cleanup batter. Mia Giamarisi is batting 5th and playing left field. The center fielder, Cammie Hurt, will hit 6th. 7, 8, 9 is the second baseman, Lauren Olson. The designated player, Ashlyn Rapaz, and the shortstop, Brianna Deutscher. So again, the lineup: Bruno, Openheis, Barnes, Duzinski, Giamarisi, Hurt, Olsen, Rapaz, and Deutscher for Benedictine. So the lineups are being announced here at Bedrosian Stadium. And we will get the 2024 NACC tournament underway in a matter of moments. Stay with us here as a battle of the NACC's two Eagles is set to get started here in Montgomery, Illinois.
Please rise to honor America and those who support our freedom at home and abroad with the playing of our national anthem.
And with that, let the softball begin. Benedictine and Edgewood set to begin here in a matter of moments, and we begin the trek towards whoever will get the automatic qualifier to the 2024 NCAA tournament. It's a difficult road if you're playing one of these first two games this morning. You have to win 2 single elimination games just to get into the double elimination format tomorrow. But it can be done, and Benedictine might actually be a good proof of concept. Now, we're going back a few years when it was still double elimination, but in 2021, Benedictine in the South Division tournament, remember that year, they split everything up into divisions. Benedictine dropped its first game to Rockford in the 4-team double elimination field, came all the way back, defeated Aurora twice in the championship round, and advanced to face eventual champion MSOE in the tournament championship round the following weekend. However, there's no backdraw here if you drop the first one, but essentially you're already in it as a 5 through 8 seed for sure. Bella Lodico getting her warm-up tosses in to Morgan Bruno, one of the dangerous catchers in the league, as she is thrown out a second best mark of 13 runners on the year. Haley Barnes is at third, Brianna Deutscher at short, Lauren Olsen playing second, Taylor Openheis is at first, and the outfield left, center, and right, Mia Giamarisi, Cami Hurt, and Victoria Dzinski. It's Fred Schlesinger behind the plate here for the opener. Simon Steiner out at first base. The third base umpire is Michael Naranjo. And we are all set. 11 o'clock sharp. No delays here as Natalie Fields steps in for Edgewood. A lefty-lefty matchup at the start of the day, and the first offering misses high to Fields as we are underway. 59 degrees, cloudy, wind blowing in 10 to 15 miles per hour here in Montgomery. Fields batting .331, 11 driven in. First two from Lodico, miss to Fields. Had a terrific April, hit .433 in those contests, is out in front here and taps that one foul. So Lodico into the count with her first strike today. Lodico top 5 in the conference in ERA, innings pitched, wins, strikeouts, just outside of it in opponent's batting average, and been very good this year for Benedictine, and gets a swing and a miss here as Fields was fooled coming forward in the batter's box. And the first batter today is facing a 2-2 count. Lodico winds and deals, and Fields not ready to go away just yet. It's 200 to the foul poles here at Bedrosian Stadium, 220 to center field. The Aurora University Spartans athletic logo in center field, and the just AU logo behind the plate here at Bedrosian. 2-2 again to Fields. And she goes down on strikes as once again Lodico climbs the ladder with an off-speed look. And Fields not able to find it, and is the first out. Back-to-back lefties in the order, and then 9 in the lineup also batting from the left side. Elizabeth Malarski batting here, facing Lodico for the first time and taking a strike over the outside corner. Malarski, .269 on the season, but has hit in 4 straight. Stand corrected, has hit in 4 straight after a 7-game skid that preceded it, so she's hitting very well, but is behind 0-2 here as Lodico paints the corner twice on the outer half. Fifth-year senior from Chicago, was at DePaul College Prep and started her career at Cairn University in the Delaware Valley of Pennsylvania. Ball one outside. Lodico tried to get Malarski to expand the zone. Malarski, one of the leaders in being hit by pitches. 10 times this year. She is right on top of the plate. And Lodico has stayed away as a result. First 2 were strikes. The next 2 missed off the plate. And the count levels here with 1 out. Opening half inning. 2-2 pitch. Soft liner to short, and ranging to her right. Deutscher leans forward, makes the basket catch, and records the second out. Something to keep an eye on here. Benedictine, now we've seen it. We were here Monday. Well, I was here Monday. How about if you're watching, you were watching on Monday as well if you were a Benedictine fan. Strike one in here to Olivia Hebert. Well, let's pause that story. Hebert, team leader, .425 batting average. 15 doubles, second best in the league. 7 homers and 37 RBIs are just outside the top 5 in the conference. She takes the ball, and it's 1-1. Benedictine right now last in the conference in fielding percentage. The NACC tournament champion has never finished outside of the top 5. So Benedictine trying to do something well and truly unprecedented here as the 1-1 is fouled off over the netting. In fact, the leader in fielding percentage has won 4 of the last 5 tournaments and 7 overall. This year's leader coming in, Benedictine's arch rival, Benedictine Aurora University. They will appeal here on the check swing, and Hebert held up. Good breaking ball that was very close to catching the edge. 2-2 here to the 2-time first-team all-conference catcher. And she'll be on here with 2 outs on a roller through the left side. And Hebert, who went 1 for 7 against Benedictine when they played earlier this season.
First baseman, number 23, Gracie.
As her second hit against the BU Eagles. That's going to be a tough one all throughout this first game, not being able to refer to the Eagles with any kind of specificity. Ball one down and away to Grace Ott. 400 average, second best on the team. She's driven in 36 and launched 5 over the fence. Those are both in the top 10 in the NACC. Lodico facing the right-handed batter and gets a slow roller to short. Deutscher to her right, and the throw will get Ott by a step and end the inning here in the top half. The 2-out single left on base, and Edgewood goes quietly in the top of the first. Benedictine gets its first bats coming up. Grace Pustina getting her warm-up tosses into Olivia Hebert, who, like Morgan Bruno on the other side, has quite the arm behind the plate. So it's Hebert behind the plate, Elise Maurer at third. Camden Shepard playing short, Jenna Sanchez, the second baseman. Grace Ott is over at first. The outfield, left, center, and right, Carly Odieski, Gracie Halfman, and Elizabeth Malarski here for Edgewood in game number 1 of the 2024 NACC tournament. I'm Sean Fry. I'll be here for all 10 and 11 if necessary. Thanks for being here on this Thursday. Morgan Bruno leads it off for Benedictine. And takes breaking ball too low for ball 1. Bruno's been outstanding. He's hit in 37 of 40. And an 11-game hit streak snapped in the nightcap against Aurora on Monday. Is out in front here, and it's an even count. Bruno batting .428. Actually leads the NACC in hits with 60 coming in. 12 doubles. That's in the top 10 in the league. 26 RBIs. Has also scored 45 times. That is tied for second in the NACC. So she has been on base and setting the table for a good Benedictine offense that averages a little more than 6 runs per game and is in the top 25 in the country with 74 doubles. Bruno fouls off the 1-1 and then will take the ensuing pitch off the plate as the count levels at 2-2. Benedictine hitting .343 as a team. Those 74 doubles lead the conference. And when they get on base, they like to run. They have nearly 80 stolen bases. That's in the top 3 in the league. Pustina working delicately and misses outside to Bruno. The count full to the first batter in the Benedictine lineup. And the payoff pitch runs down and in. And Bruno is on base to lead off the Benedictine batting day. And it'll be Taylor Openheis coming to the plate. .331 average, a home run and 30 driven in for the sophomore from Dyer, Indiana. Has base hits in 6 of her last 7, including a 4-for-8 Monday against Aurora. Shows bunt and taps it foul. It's kind of jabbing at that one. That's, I suspect, not the form that Kate Heidkamp looking for. Openheis as the 2-batter has 9 sacrifice bunts. That's tied for second in the league, so very good at this. Pulls back here on a pitch well outside. Bruno on the bases, 21 swiped bags. That's second in the league. She can fly. Corners drawn in here expecting the bunt. Here's the 1-1. Open highs not showing. Bruno is running, and that throw is into the outfield. Bruno has her 22nd stolen base. And it's a 2-1 count. So you'd have to think open highs will have all options available here. You'd love to put down a bunt and move the go-ahead run to third potentially. And she shows it here and gets it down and had a much easier time as the corners had drawn back expecting her to swing. And she put a very good sacrifice down. So that'll be 5-4 for the first out. And Haley Barnes, team leader with 35 driven in, will get a chance to add to that total. 8 homers, a 469 average, along with 13 doubles as well. Those are all top 5 marks in the conference. Pustina's breaking ball is outside. Barnes, the last of 3 straight righties to lead off the order, and we'll see our first lefty coming up as Victoria Dzinski is on deck. It's a 1-0 count to Barnes. That one found the corner. Four-game hit streak for Barnes. Homered against Edgewood when they squared off. Drove in 3 against Aurora on Monday. A good take here. Off-speed delivery from Pustina was off the plate. And Barnes gets ahead. 2 balls and a strike. First run of the day is standing on third here with 1 out in the opening home inning. 3-1 to Barnes. Maybe not the worst. It at least sets up a force at first and second if Barnes able to reach, but you really want to strike out here if you can get one, and that's not going to happen. Second walk issued in 3 batters. It'll be runners on the corners. 1 out here for Victoria Dzinski. And first, Allie Taylor will have a word with her infield. Dzinski's 423 average, 10th in the league. She's driven in 31. That's 12 doubles in the top 10 in the NACC. Also, if you're looking for a strikeout, Dzinski's probably not where you're going to find it. 10th in the country coming into the tournament in the toughest to strike out category. She strikes out once every 70 at-bats. And in fact has only struck out twice all season. So Coach Taylor heading back into the Edgewood dugout on the first base side. And Dzinski will step in. Benedictine only 6 sacrifice flies all year, but has a play for one potentially here. Pustina got Dzinski to expand the zone. That was down, possibly away as well. And the cut on and miss will get Pustina ahead here for the lefty-lefty matchup. And then the second offering well outside. No score for now. Runners on the corners, 1 out, bottom first. 1-1. Is fouled back into the screen. And Pustina a strike away from a sorely needed strikeout, if not an unlikely one. And Pustina not a strikeout pitcher to begin with. So the 1-2 and a pop-up high over the infield. It's in foul territory on the dirt. And Hebert will haul that in behind the plate for the second out, and a critical out to get as well. So that'll bring Mia Giamarisi to the plate, 5th batter in the Benedictine order. She's driven in 25 on the year and will try to deliver here. Takes a strike from Pustina. 371 average for Giamarisi. She's hit in 17 of her last 20, and a big spot for the freshman from Bloomingdale right up the road from here. The 0-1 pitch. Missed the plate, and Dzinski make that. Barnes got off and running and is going to be tagged out. Oh my goodness. It's a caught stealing to end the inning. But the runner did come in. And so I'm not sure if that was a designed play or if it was a mistake that worked out. But Bruno will come in, and that's going to end the inning. No hits. Nobody left after all that. The Benedictine's on the board. It's 1-0 here through an inning. Game 1 of the 2024 NACC tournament. We're off and running here in the second inning as Bella Lodico getting set to throw one in to Gracie Halfman with Benedictine leading 1-0. First pitch swinging and a liner to right. Wind blowing that towards foul territory, and Dzinski will haul it in on the line for out number 1. Be curious if that was a designed steal and rundown to get the runner in from home. Morgan Bruno credited with a steal of home. Haley Barnes thrown out stealing by Olivia Hebert, and they put Benedictine on the board but ended the inning with the bases empty. Elise Maurer to the plate now, taking ball 1. It's a .323 average for Maurer at the start of the day. 6 doubles, 4 homers, 14 driven in. The junior from Monroe, Wisconsin. Lodico's 1-0 and gets a cut on and a miss as that one was down. Perhaps out of the zone, off the plate as well. It's a 1-1 count. Jenna Sanchez also due up this inning. Check swing on 1-1. He'll appeal. She went. Lodico buried a pitch and now enjoys a 1-2 count as she's back into her motion, and might have been a bit high. I think it had the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Maurer, a 4-game hit streak coming into the tournament. Grounder here down the third base line to a knee. Barnes takes the hop and throws out Maurer for out number 2. And that'll bring Jenna Sanchez to the plate. Has hits in 9 of her last 11 and has driven in 10 in that time. But here with the bases empty and a pop-up over the infield. Behind the circle, the second baseman Olson has it. And Edgewood is retired in order in the top of the second. 1.5 in. Benedictine leads Edgewood 1-0. We have gained a degree here in 20 minutes, now 60 degrees. It's not especially warm, it's breezy, but there's no rain, and that's what matters as we try to get through 4 games today. 2 tomorrow, 3 on Saturday, 1 and then 2 if necessary on Sunday. Mia Giamarisi, Cami Hurt, and Lauren Olson due up. In the bottom of the second for Benedictine, they lead it 1-0. Giamarisi was at the plate when the inning ended on the steal of home and the caught stealing out between first and second. She'll take a strike from Grace Pustina here. Oh, 1. The breaking ball that'll miss the plate, and we have the same sequence of pitches as we had seen when the inning ended. 1-1. Giamarisi off the handle and out to short. Shepard had that roll up onto the heel of the glove, but did well to stay with it and throws out Giamarisi. 1 down. Freshman Cami Hurt will step in. Wasn't an everyday starter until the last third of April and has done well to hold down a spot in the lineup. He's played a nice center field as well for Benedictine. She'll take strike 1 here. 255 average, a double, and 6 driven in. One of those was on Monday. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes the ball. So that will at least keep the corner infielders honest. Lefty-lefty matchup, second time. Got on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We'll see Lauren Olson, as I mentioned, this inning as well. She's in the on-deck circle. 1-2 pitch from Pustina, a breaking ball, and that's chopped foul down the first base line. Pustina's previous and final regular season appearance was a good one on Sunday against Wisconsin Lutheran. 7 innings, an earned run, 3 strikeouts. One they absolutely had to have. 1-2 too high. They came into that series with Wisconsin Lutheran needing a sweep. Edgewood took care of business. Another foul ball here, third base side. It was a dive by Maurer, but wasn't especially very close to it. And it remains a 2-2 count. One out, 1-0 Benedictine. That run came in the last inning. Meanwhile, Cami Hurt will not go away. Another foul ball here. It's the third pitch she's fought off here with the 2-strike count, with 1 walk in between. Still 2-2. That one is way up there. Breaking ball didn't break, and the count is full. Again, the wind blowing in today, really right out of center field. It'll be tough, especially with it being cooler, for there to be a ton of power today. You're going to need to find gaps. Roller up the middle. Nicely played by Shepard, ranging to her left toward the second base bag. And it's back-to-back 6-3 putouts here to begin the bottom of the second. Now Lauren Olson has also hit it well of late. Started the year, first 23 games, had a 177 batting average. Has hit in 15 of 16 since to a 438 mark. And that has brought her average to somewhere in between. She'll take strike 1. 312 now the mark for the sophomore from Watertown, Wisconsin. 9 doubles, 13 driven in, batting here with 2 outs and the base is empty. Batting from the right side. Pustina misses outside. And we have a 1-1 count. Foul ball off the, I believe, shin guard there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Olsen brought a 14-game hit streak into the Aurora series on Monday. Had it end there, but really gives you a sense for how well it's been going for her of late. Ball 2, as that one ran up and out of the zone. And now Olsen looks out at Pustina, who winds, and this one is belted deep to left, but it will hook foul as it lands just inside the fence in the left field corner. And if you're going to hit one out today, it's going to be a particularly difficult place to do it. I'm surprised it got that close. Not heavily windy, but when it gusts, you can forget about it. It's the 2-2. That one's hit hard, but once again out in front. That'll sail past the batting cages. Right now, Pustina, who again only averages about a strikeout every 3 innings, just hasn't been able to find the put-away pitch. 2-2. Again, it's a breaking ball, and it's fouled straight back towards us. So as it was a batter ago, Lauren Olsen, this time with 2 outs, refusing to go away. Pustina tries again and gets a slow roller down the first base side, and Ott will field it and apply the tag about 40 feet up the line. Benedictine retired 1, 2, and 3 here in the bottom of the second. Eagles in front. I know, not specific enough. It's Benedictine 1-0. It appears that Marian University has just arrived. They're going to play the second game today as the 6th seed against number 7 MSOE. That one is set for a 1:30 start. We're through 2 innings here at Bedrosian Stadium. Game 1 of the 2024 NACC tournament. 1-0 Benedictine as we see 8, 9, and 1 for Edgewood at the top of the 3rd. It's Camden Shepherd who will get it started against Bella Lodico. First pitch, soft liner, what a play by Taylor Openheis, laying out in foul territory for the first out. Absolutely terrific as Openheis took away what should simply have been a strike down the foul line, and instead 1 pitch and 1 out. For Carly Odieski, who puts a beautiful bunt down the 3rd baseline, and Barnes had no chance. Odieski with an infield single. That will be the 2nd hit for Edgewood. Now Natalie Fields, who struck out to begin the ball game, the 2nd of 3 straight lefties, with the corners creeping down the 1st and 3rd base lines, and Fields taking ball 1 as she again advanced forward in the batter's box. It's nice to have slap hitting ability at the top of your lineup, and Allie Taylor fortunate to have that with a very talented sophomore. 1-0. Shot foul over the Benedictine dugout. Edgewood 75 steals. That's right behind Benedictine in the overall NACC standings. So they're willing to run. Odieski has 15 of them, so a bunt may not be necessary. Runner goes, the bunt is down, and the throw just in time. Open highs, found Olsen covering the bag. Did not put a lot on it, I think was afraid of maybe hitting the runner. And Odieski's in the second. And Elizabeth Malarski here with 2 outs will attempt to tie the ball game. Ladico's first pitch misses. Now you wonder, you rarely see the sacrifice with 1 out. I think that may have been Fields trying to reach with a hit. Didn't work out. Malarski lined out in her first at bat. She'll be ahead here 2-0. First at bat today with a runner in scoring position for Edgewood, and a 3-0 count upcoming as Ladico missed down and quite a bit in. And again, I mentioned Malarski among the conference leaders in being hit by pitches, and he's all over the top of the plate, which means you have to be perfect, and that was a pretty good one right there as Lodica hits the corner for strike 1. But still a good count to hit in here, 3-1. 2 outs, runner on second, top 3, 1-0 Benedictine. Ball 4, a close pitch. Malarski will take her base. For just about the last person in the order that you want to be seeing with runners on, that's Olivia Hebert. And first, Kate Heidkamp will head out to the circle to have a word, and I'm sure some of that will be how to deal with Hebert, who singled in her first trip to the plate. Another fabulous season for the junior from Middleton, Wisconsin. Been named to the first team all-conference list the last 2 seasons. And certainly making another good case here in her junior campaign. Before her final year is done at Edgewood, you'd have to think that the record books will have her name all over them. A chance to knot the ball game up or better. She faces Lodico with 2 on and 2 outs. Lodico's first pitch, a good heater in at the knees for strike 1. "20 career homers for Hebert, 5, make that 7 this year. She is the Edgewood career leader. I make that she's 3rd. She's closing in on the career lead. Will likely be the career leader when it's all said and done. 1-1 after a ball taken. And the pitch, once again, Lodico right in at the knees on the outer half. Lodico a strike away from keeping this a 1-0 game. Spins the ball on her hip. Here's the 1-2 pitch and gets Hebert out in front. Lodico, a critical strikeout. Her second of the game. And Edgewood is held scoreless in the 3rd. 1 hit, 2 left. Benedictine still in front, 1-0 for 2.5 here at Bedrosian. A 1-0 lead for Benedictine here through 2.5 innings. 8-9-1 leading off for the host Eagles, so to speak. And it's Ashlyn Rapaz taking strike one from Grace Pustina. Rapaz hitting .213 on the year, but appeared on Monday against Aurora and scratched out a base hit. Late on a breaking ball, and it's quick 0-2 count here for Pustina. (0-2). Sliced foul. Brianna Deutscher in the 9 spot, and then the top of the order and Morgan Bruno due up this inning for Benedictine. 115 of 20 so far when scoring first, as they have today. And Pustina has had some success with that pitch, leaving an off-speed deal up in the zone, and Rapaz obliges. That is her first strikeout today, and that will bring the last in the order for Benedictine to the dish. Junior from Northlake, Illinois, Brianna Deutscher. Ground ball up the middle, and a diving attempt by Shepard went off the heel of her glove, and that will allow Deutscher to reach safely with the infield single. 1 on for the rapid Morgan Bruno, who has already reached on a walk today and has so far scored the game's only run. The infield single was the first hit of the game for Benedictine. I have actually seen a team throw a no-hitter and lose the game. That won't be in play here, but at least for 2 innings, it had a chance. Here's a high fly ball to left. Odieski under that makes the catch, and Deutscher will come back to first. And now Taylor Openhigh to the plate. Sacrifice first time up. That won't be in play here. Looking to hit in her 3rd straight game and taking ball 1 low and away. (1-0) well outside, and a throw snapped down the first. Deutscher back in. Looked like a pitch out that time from the Edgewood dugout. Counts 2-0. Now the next opponent for either of these two teams is going to be Aurora. Here's a pitch in the dirt. And so for Edgewood, one way or the other, they were going to be playing a team or teams who they've really struggled against. Edgewood's lost 5 straight to Benedictine. They're 5-34 all time against BU, and they've never beaten Aurora. Now 0-42 after being swept a couple of Sundays ago. It's 3-1. So one way or the other, Edgewood trying to do something that haven't really done a lot. I'll get out of the inning here. Hard hit ground ball to third. Maurer had that. And throw to Ott in plenty of time to end the inning. No runs on a hit, 1 left. 3 innings gone. It's a 1-0 Benedictine lead here in Game 1 of the 2024 NACC tournament. all the way back in the final 2 innings, or 3 innings more accurately. 9-6 for CUW to knock out Edgewood. Fly ball to right. Dazinski drifts toward the foul line, and Halfman is over 2 today. Both on fly balls to right. 2 up and 2 down for Elise Maurer. Ground out last time up. So Ladico getting a couple of fly balls. See what she can do here. Well, she'll miss the first pitch for starters. Second attempt for Maurer to try to extend a 4-game hit streak. 1-0 is lifted in the right. It's drifting foul, but Dazinski handles the last 2 outs herself. Did well to track that one down with the wind blowing it away from her. And for the second time in 4 innings, Edgewood is retired 1-2-3. This time in the top of the 4th, we're halfway home in the opening game of the NACC tournament. Benedictine leading Edgewood 1-0. One nothing, Benedictine leading Edgewood, and it's the heart of the order due up for Benedictine in the bottom of the 4th. It's Eagles versus Eagles. Strike 1 taken by Haley Barnes. Walked her first time up. Takes a breaking ball off the plate. 1-1 count. Wind starting to kick up. It's blowing in right out of center field. It's 3 straight misses to Barnes. Or rather, that's 2 straight misses. The first pitch strike, my apology. Two balls and a strike. Barnes gets a pitch and hits it out to second. On the second hop, Sanchez has that. And for the first in plenty of time. So Mia Giamarisi will move on deck, and Victoria Dazinski will come to the plate. Popped out right behind the plate in her first trip. Chop one back up the middle here. It's Sanchez again as she rolls to her right. And once again, throw to first is in time. 2 up, 2 down for Giamarisi. Grounded out to short to lead off the second in her first trip today. First pitch swinging, and it's a liner down the left field line. Odieski did well to haul it in. It's going to be a close one at second, but Giamarisi slides in safe with the first extra base hit of the NACC tournament. Her 8th double of the year, and Benedictine will have a runner in scoring position for just the second time today. Both teams have had one at-bat previous without getting a hit. First pitch swinging, Cammie Hurt. Soft liner to the third. Elise Maurer has that. And Benedictine, after the 2-out double, will leave Giamarisi right there. Hope you like pitching and defense, folks. That's what we're getting here in game one. It's 1-0 through 4 innings. Benedictine leading Edgewood. The bottom third of the order for Edgewood as top of the 5th gets started. 1-0. Benedictine in front. 3, make it 4 hits between the two teams. 2 each way. Not much else. Janice Sanchez and Camden Shepard, they're both 0 for 1 due up. And then Carly Odieski will also bat this inning. She's already extended her hit streak to 4 games. Bella Lodico back out. It's been very good so far. Gets a first pitch foul ball. Pitch number 48, so not only has she been very good, she's been mighty efficient as well. 0-1. High fly ball. Shallow right. Dzinski calls off Olsen. And that's 3 straight outs made by Dzinski. 4th put out of the day for the sophomore right fielder. Getting to the point where you wonder if the other 6 fielders are necessary. First pitch to Shepard finds the inside corner with the fastball. Lodico winds and deals. Missed upstairs. That was shoulder high. One and 2. Been tough for Edgewood, although they've shown a propensity to have some life in the second half of games. 19th time they've trailed after 4 innings. They've won 4. And down 1 run. This is anyone's game. Pop up here on 1-2 behind the bag at second, and Olsen made that catch, and I think Deutscher, who was running behind her to back it up, may have stumbled a bit, but all the same, it's nice of Victoria Dzinski to let someone else record a put out here, as that's taken by Bruno this time. And there's 2 away. 6 straight Edgewood Eagles retired by Lodico. Odieski has the most recent hit for Edgewood. Takes a strike. 303 average to start the day, and already mentioned when she gets on, she can really motor around the bases. Corners are in, expecting a potential slap. She'll take a ball here. And the lineup will turn over. Would love to get Natalie Fields an opportunity to bat here this inning as well. Pitch ran in. I'll be curious if Odieski offered or not. Not going to appeal. I actually think that might have been worth one. Like she still had the bat out as it came down and in. Certainly did not have the zone. Now on 2-1, similar spot. Not much doubt about this. And a 3-1 count coming up. That's the 3-1. That one drifts foul. And the count's full with 2 outs. 1-0 Benedictine, top of the 5th. Eagles running out of outs, trying to get a rally started. Here is that 3-2. Odieski stays alive. It's gotten noticeably brighter. We had a brief, and I do mean brief, spell of sunshine. Maybe right around 10:45. Thought I might need the sunglasses for a few moments. Ended up not being that necessary. 3-2 slapped foul as well. We'll end up hopping just in front of the Benedictine bullpen, which, as you might expect, is quiet. It's 3 straight fought off by Odieski. The first one was a 3-1 count. Still 3-2. And Lodico gets Odieski to swing over the top. Lodico's 3rd strikeout. Once again, Edgewood retired in order. So it's 1-0 Benedictine. Headed to the bottom of the 5th. Game 1 of the 2024 NACC tournament. As it was in the top half, it'll be the bottom half due up for Benedictine. Only they have a 1-0 lead here in the 5th inning. I'm Sean Fry, and I'm happy you're here on this Thursday. Strike 1 from Lauren Olson. Similarly here, Lauren Olson, Ashlyn Rapaz, 7 and 8 in the order. They're 0-1 today. And then the 9 batter in the Benedictine lineup, like Carly Odieski, comes into this upcoming plate appearance with a single. 0-2 as Olson fires that one foul over the Benedictine dugout. Pustina winds and misses just a bit outside. One barely landed in the left-handed batter's box, so clearly not what she was looking for there. Olson not going to expand the zone that far. 1-2 now as Pustina into her windup, and I think that was what she was trying to do, but Olson tips that foul to stay alive. Benedictine, when leading through 5 innings, 11-1, and they're 13-0 when they've led through 6 innings. So they're 3 outs away from potentially doing. Pustina climbs the ladder, and Olson obliges for out number 1. Second strikeout for Pustina, which again is about her per-game average. So Rapaz will not hit here. We're going to see Sage Campbell. Left-handed batting freshman from Plainfield. Here in the designated player spot, we did see Campbell on Monday against Aurora. She's late here and swings and misses. But on the year, limited at-bats, but 3 for 9 with an RBI. Certainly not bad at all. The wind has died. Nothing happening there. A good pitch on the corner from Pustina makes it 0-2. stays alive. Wonder if we'll see Rapaz re-enter, or if we might see a rotating cast if this spot in the order gets up again. Still 0-2. This time, Pustina well off the plate. Got a 1-2 count. Campbell at Minooka High School, just south of Plainfield proper in our high school ball. Slow roller up the middle. Shepard to her left, fields it in front of second base and throws out Campbell for out number 2, which will bring Deutscher to the plate. Has one of the 2 Benedictine hits. Pustina went to the breaking ball and saw that one sink out of the zone. Top of the order due up for Edgewood in the top of the 6th. Fastball here, and that'll be shot to second on one hop. Sanchez has it. And Deutscher is thrown out with room to spare as Benedictine is set down 1-2-3 in the home 5th. 6 outs left for Edgewood. They trail 1-0 here in the 2024 NACC tournament. Top of the order for Edgewood. They trail Benedictine 1-0 here in the top of the 6th. But hits have been hard to come by. 1-2-0 for Benedictine. Runs, hits, and errors. 0-2-0 for Edgewood. It is a pitcher's duel. Someone has to lose. Does Edgewood have a rally, or is Benedictine moving on to face Aurora in the 4 o'clock contest? And going to be an interesting one from here. Fields, after taking a ball, hits the next one foul. Strikeout and a sacrifice today for her. Elizabeth Malarski on deck with a line out and a walk, and then Olivia Hebert will bat with a single and a strikeout so far today. But Bella Oladipo has been fantastic. 1-2. That one was down. Fields did well to hold on. I think I said 1-2. It's 2-1 now. It was a 1-1 pitch. It's the 2-1. Foul ball here. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, and it'll be full. As Lodico misses down and in again. Payoff pitch off the handle, foul down the first base side. Now, if you're looking for a reason to believe, one, it's a one-run game. Come on. This happens all the time. But number two, when was the last time that Edgewood came back from trailing at this point in the ball game? Look no further than Sunday. A regular season finale. Right back up the middle here, and then Field stumbled out of the box. It's going to be thrown out anyway, as Lodico fielded that well and was on her way to first. No pressure on the toss to first here. In that one, not only was Edgewood down in the bottom of the seventh, they were trailing 5-3. But Grace Ott hit an RBI double. Elise Maurer followed with an RBI single. That forced an eighth inning, and Elizabeth Malarski won it with a single to right field, and that's who's batting right now. So we'll fall behind in the count as Lodico fires one in for a strike. Corners vigilant, but not far down the line. A looper in the center. Oh, not a looper. That was hit hard. It finds a gap. And Malarski has two bases. She's going for three. Here's the throw to third. It's not in time. Malarski. Benedictine will lead going to the seventh. The question is by how much? It's 1-0 here in the home sixth. Morgan Bruno at the top of the order will try to get it started against Grace Pustina. The first pitch was a ball. Second one hooks in for a strike. Bruno a walk. The only run of the game back in the first inning. She flew out to left in the third, back up again here in the sixth. And taking ball two. This is not the type of game that really either of these two teams, or really anyone in the field, really wins. Let's be honest. When one run and two hits, margin for error is pretty thin. Line drive, and it's snared by Shepard for the first out. Had some good defense here in this contest for a couple of teams who were in the bottom half of the league in fielding percentage. Would not know it by some of the plays that have been made today. No mistakes in the field. And neither team's been able to afford one in this type of game. 1-0 to Taylor Openheis. A sacrifice and a ground out on the day so far. Pustina winds. And here's a fly ball deep to left. Odieski retreats, but right into a sudden gust of wind, which certainly helped. And Odieski has it for the second out. Now Haley Barnes, potential final Benedictine batter, to be determined, but she takes a strike. A walk and a ground out today. Gracie Halfman, Elise Maurer, and Jenna Sanchez are due up for Edgewood in the top of the seventh, trying to extend their season. Pustina misses outside, and if Edgewood is not able to get a run, this would be among the toughest luck losses in the history of tough luck losses, as Grace Pustina has been excellent and hasn't had any run support. Misses with two straight. falls behind Barnes 2-1. 2-1 breaking ball misses. If Barnes reaches via the base on balls, it will be the second time she's done that, and the third walk of the day for Pustina, and there it is. The first two came back in the first inning. One of those came in the score, and that is the entire difference in this game. Now Victoria Dzinski. She's 0 for 2. Pretty much everyone is 0 for 2 at minimum here. We'll have a pinch runner first, as that's Skylar Pineda running for Barnes here. First pitch to Dzinski is ball 1. 1-0 and a pop-up. Will drift just off the dirt in left field. Shepard has that. Side is retired here in the bottom of the 6th. The 2-out walk left on base. It is last chance time for Edgewood. Through 6 innings, 1-0 Benedictine. They're 3 outs away from advancing in the 2024 NACC tournament. Top of the 7th inning. Haley Barnes has re-entered the ball game for Benedictine and is out at third base after being pinch run for. Edgewood is 3 outs from elimination. They need a run to extend the ball game. 1-13 this year when trailing in the bottom of the last. As I mentioned, the 1 was 4 days ago. Can they do it again? First pitch from Halfman, swinging and popped up. Very shallow left. Giamarisi will call off Deutscher and make the catch. Well, and Edgewood, I think, trying to be aggressive, but there have been some times in this ball game where maybe a little too aggressive and has resulted in some weak contact and conditions not helping. Elise Maurer looking for her first hit today. Swings at the first pitch and misses. Ladico buried a fastball. Maurer, last chance to extend a 5-game hit streak. As a senior, hoping that she'll have a chance to extend it and then extend it further later this afternoon. The Eagles just 2 outs away from being finished for 2024. Ladico misses and falls behind Maurer. We'll see Jenna Sanchez this inning as well. Will there be anyone else? Is there a run in this Edgewood lineup? 2-1. Great pitch by Ladico. Paints the corner. For Benedictine, coming up on their 38th NACC tournament victory all time, .661 winning percentage here in the NACC postseason. That is the best in the league, and Maurer is punched out on the fastball at the knees. 2 down, and Jenna Sanchez is the last chance for this Edgewood lineup. Ladico, An out away from her 4th shutout of the season and gets ahead of Sanchez 0-1. The junior left-hander has been outstanding. This one ran up on Sanchez and hit the knob of the bat. It's strike 2 for now, but Allie Taylor is going to appeal. And they will confirm that it got the knob of the bat. And Edgewood is down to its last strike. It did not hurt to ask, right? You never know. This would be quite a rally if Edgewood could pull it off here. The 0-2, swing and a miss. This one is over. Bella Lodico, outstanding here today. A shutout.